Oh, it's not connected. Let me connect the projector. So while I'm connecting the projector, remember in the past we've learned about linear equations. That's why we had the warm-up on linear equations today. Today we're doing exponential functions. So exponential, guys in the back, you have to be quiet. Exponential equations are in the form y equals a parentheses b to the x exponent. And then that shouldn't be it. So I can zoom in a bit more. Okay, a is our initial value, and b is the constant ratio, so the amount I keep multiplying or dividing by. I did not mean to hit the paper. Okay, so if I take a look at number 1, the first thing I want to do here is I want to figure out how my values are changing. So how do I go from 2 to 4? Add 2. How do I go from 4 to 6? Okay, so this one is going to be, since I keep adding or subtracting, it's going to be linear. So I wrote this above the word linear. So we remember, that looks like multiplying. I cannot write. Okay, that looks more like a plus sign. So adding and subtracting for linear, this one is linear. Oh, and then it wants me to write the equation for this function. So I'm going to write y equals, how much am I changing by? 2, so it's going to be 2x. How much is my, no, that's not what I want to say. What's my y-intercept? 2. Remember, our y-intercept is the number with the 0 for the x. So then at the end of my equation, I'm going to write plus 2. Questions on writing linear equations? Alright, so number 2, I want to look at my pattern. How do I go from 4 to 8? Times 2. How do I go from 8 to 16? Times 2. How do I go from 16 to 32? Times 2. So, I forgot to write this up here. Exponential is going to be dividing or multiplying. So this one is linear or exponential? Exponential. Okay. Then the rate I write my equation is I want to write my initial value first. What number did we start with? 4. So in exponentials, the number with my 0 is my initial value. Okay, so I want to do y equals 4. How much did I keep multiplying by? 2. So in parentheses, I'm going to write a 2 with an exponent of x. That's off the screen. Yes, I do. She's on my favorite now. I'll have her come back. Yeah. Okay, so questions on the equation. Okay, so taking a look at number 3, is it linear or exponential? Exponential. And then I have to find my constant ratio. So what's the number I'm going to keep multiplying over and over again? 2. So my constant ratio here is 2. Questions on number 3? Okay, Number 4, is it exponential or linear? Linear. And then what's my rate of change? Three-fourths. It's always the number in front of the x. Ooh, that's off this one. So this one is the number inside the parentheses. And the rate of change is the number in front of x. Are there any questions?